So today, boys and girls, we are going to be talking about this shotgun that's in my hand right now. This thing is actually a lot of fun. And not only that, this weapon right here has a lot of damage, as you guys are watching right now. I cleared out this control point in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes running all up in their grill, just blasting this thing, and it was insane. The amount of damage, how fast you can take down enemies. Yes, I might be a little bit on the squishy side, but still with about, I want to say 1.1 million armor, I'm still pretty solid and pretty confident that this build will hold up. And I'm sure a lot of you guys will have fun with it. If you guys have been trying something new, want to try different guns like I've been trying, this gun right here is too much fun. And maybe some of you guys already use it. Maybe some of you guys already have this added to your arsenal. But let's dive into the build because you guys already see it's putting in the work in the video. Well, let's see what this build is all about. So the weapon right here is the ACS-12. 350,000 damage, 300 RPM, and it has a 20 round mag size. You just hold down the trigger and just let this thing go to work. Now this one has shotgun damage, damage to armor, and 10% damage to targets out of cover. And then I put close and personal on there because I'm going to be in their face. Killing a target within 7 meters grants 30% weapon damage for 10 seconds. Now this has 1.1 million armor, 320,000 health, and I am loving this. I'm telling you, this thing is an absolute beast. I do have a crit chance reflex sight and also a laser pointer of 5% crit chance. So I went crit chance on this weapon right here. If you feel like you don't need to run the laser pointer, you can also run the 10% critical hit damage on the underbro. It's really up to you. But yeah, I went with the 5% to get me closer to that. But with close and personal, with having damage to armor, damage to targets out of cover on this build, it's just an absolute beast. And you guys saw it. You guys saw the footage. You guys saw what I was doing. Now we get into my secondary. For the secondary, I'm running Emily's Guard, and mainly I'm using this for perfect preservation. Killing an enemy repairs 12% of your armor over 5 seconds. Headshots will improve this. So this is just a backup. Since I have no healing on this build, it works great, especially if you're running solo. So if we get into the build itself, you might notice this build, it's nothing too special. We are running the Coyote's Mask, exotic mask. This gives me 15% weapon damage, 5.6% critical hit chance. We have critical damage on here. Then I have a 12% critical hit damage mod on there. And then of course, Pack Instincts. Since I'm going to be always within the 0 to 15 meter range, 25% critical hit damage by just putting this mask on right here. For the chest piece we're running, the Cheska chest piece, it gives us 10% critical hit chance. It has weapon damage, critical hit chance, and then critical hit damage again. And then of course we have Intimidate. While you have bonus armor, amplifies total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within those 10 meters. We continue on down. Now we have the Badger Tough. This is the one-piece Badger Tough for that 10% shotgun damage. We have armor, critical hit damage, and critical hit chance. Always recommend putting at least one piece of whatever weapon you're running, their specific piece. So for shotguns, it's Badger Tough. We get into the knee pads. We have the Fox Prayer knee pads. This gives us 15% weapon damage on there, 8% damage to targets out of cover. We stack that with the 10% on the shotgun, so that's 18% right there. And then we have a critical hit damage roll on this one. We get into the contracted gloves. This gives us an additional 8% damage to armor. We pair that up with the damage to armor on the shotgun. You guys can see where the damage is coming from. We have armor on this one and then critical hit damage. And then finally, we have the Grupo Sombra backpack, 15% critical hit damage, 15% weapon damage, critical hit damage, weapon handling, which I would like to have critical hit chance here instead. And then I put a critical hit chance mod on here because I don't have a critical hit chance roll on the backpack. So that's where I can switch this out. I can add additional 12% critical damage. So definitely a place to improve. Then we have Adrenaline Rush. Whenever you are within 10 meters of enemy, gain 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds. Now this does stack up to 3 times, so I can have 60% bonus armor for that whole 5 seconds. Because the way I run it, if you guys saw, that's what you use the shield for, right? You pop out the shield, boom, 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 move around. And if they're not aiming at you, don't use the shield. That's all it's there for. And then I love running it with the decoy skill because I like playing on the edge. If you are running solo, you might need to run the Restore. Sorry, not the Restore Hive. You want to run the Reviver Hive. But for me, no need for that. I'm running the decoy. And then I am running the firewall shield. And remember, that's going to give you that, look at that, damage to bonus per enemy 11% while using this. So that's what's really cool about this too. So if I pull this out, I'm getting additional 11% damage bonus per enemy to those NPCs. But yeah, this is the builds right here. Absolutely insane. Loving it. We go into the stats, 53% crit chance, 153% critical hit damage. Now remember, with the mask, that's 178% critical hit damage. Now I can add this up. I can remember, with the same amount of critical hit chance, I can definitely improve this by getting that one better roll, adding 12% critical hit damage, and then that's an additional 12% on top of that. So I should be pushing, what's that, 190% critical hit damage with 53% crit chance. So definitely looking for that. If you guys have it, I'm sure you'll have fun. 20% armor damage, right? 18% damage to targets out of cover. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And you guys just saw how fast this thing just shreds, right? It's just a lot of fun, a lot of damage. I'm sure a lot of you guys will actually enjoy this. Now, I wouldn't use this weapon in PvP, but in PvE, this thing is an absolute beast. If you're gonna run the same build in PvP, you technically can, but I would go with something with like the custom M87 or, yeah, the custom M870. That's what I would go with, right? With InSync or another talent you wanna run. But for PvE wise, the ACS 12, this is the build right here. Absolutely a beast. And as we guys are watching this gameplay, 3 minutes, guys. It took me 3 minutes to clear this, and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, you know, let me just try this, play with this, see if this would be viable in PvE, right? Like, I didn't even think it would be. I was like, let me just put one little badge of tough piece on there, run the exotic mask, and then add it onto a typical DPS build, right? You know, Cheska, Grupo, the contracted gloves, Overlord knee pads. Pretty much just put the Badger Tough holster, put the mask on, and what happened? Carnage, just destroying everything, having a lot of fun with this. If you guys have used this weapon, let me know what you guys think about it. I honestly think the ACS 12 is probably one of those really good weapons that we really don't use too much, right? We really don't use too much, but I love the fact that I just pull down the trigger, just let it go to work, and it does everything for me, right? It absolutely does everything for me. I have to do nothing, and that's what I really, really love about this. But yeah, that's the build right there, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have been trying this build out. If you guys have already tried this build out, of course, Intimidate, Adrenaline Rush, super popular right now. Probably the best two close range talents if you're going to be within that close range. And then you pair it with the ACS. Whew. I've been looking for the name version. I think it's called the Rock and Roll. I don't have one. If you guys have one, let me know how you guys like it with that one. But I think with close and personal, amazing, amazing, amazing. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. I will see you guys in the next Division 2 video. But until then, nothing but skills out.